History of my oldest ancestors of whom I am very proud descend. June 2nd, 910, dies, Riquilda of Provence, Queen and Empress, my 35th grandmother, 5 times my grandmother, second wife of Charles II the Bald, King of the Franks, Frankish Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, my 35th grandfather, 13 times my grandfather, 8th grandfather of Dom Afonso Henriques, 1st King of Portugal. Riquilda of Provence, died on June 2nd, 910, was the daughter of Biving de Gauze, Count of Vienne, King of Provence, and Riquilda d'Arles, paternal granddaughter of Richard II, Count of Amiens, and maternal granddaughter of Baussan, the elder, Count of Valois and of Engeltrude. Riquilda of Provence was the second wife of the Frankish Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, Charles II the Bald, my 35th grandfather, 13 times my grandfather. With her marriage, she became Queen of the Franks and later Empress of the Holy Roman Empire. Riquilda ruled as regent in 877. Riquilda of Provence was the daughter of Biving de Gauze, Count of Vienne, King of Provence, and sister of Boso of Provence of the Bossanid dynasty. Her aunt was Theutberga, wife of Lothair II of Lotharingia. Her marriage to Charles the Bald in 870, after the death of his first wife Ermentrude of Orleans, was intended to secure her rule in Lotharingia through her powerful family and her connection with Theutberga, the previous queen. Riquilda of Provence bore Charles 5 children, but only the eldest daughter, Riquilda of France, my 34th grandmother, 5 times my grandmother, survived to adulthood, marrying Roger, Count of Maine, my 34th grandfather, 5 times my grandfather. Whenever Carlos went to war, Riquilda administered the kingdom. Ruled as regent after Charles' death in 877. Louis, the Stammerer, my 34th grandfather, 8 times my grandfather, son of Charles, the Bald and Ermentrude of Orleans, who succeeded his father, died on April 10, 879, while his sons were also young to rule. Although Riquilda's brother Boso made a bid for the throne, the Carolingians were vehement in their refusal and he gave up the attempt. Boso became King of Provence. Riquilda tried to assume a position of authority after the death of Louis III in 882, and Carloman II in 884. However, the empire was in turmoil and threatened by the Normans, and the kingdom's grandees forced her to retreat to Provence, the kingdom of her nephew Louis, the Blind, where she died on June 2, 910. Marriage and descent. In the year 870, Riquilda da Provença married Charles II the Bald, King of the Franks, my 35th grandfather, 13 times my grandfather, who would later be Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. They had the following children. Rotilda de Franca, my 34th grandmother, 5 times my grandmother, who married first Hugo de Bourges, and then Count Rosario de Maine, my 34th grandfather, 5 times my grandfather. Drug from France. French cucumber. A stillborn child. Carlos de Franca.